Leading players have not been at their usual club levels since going to the Asian Cup or Africa Cup of Nations. On Thursday night, Son Heung-min will lead Tottenham out against Chelsea for a game vital to the North London club's chances of finishing in the top four and securing Champions League football. Had the Spurs captain not headed to the Asian Cup in the middle of the season, it is possible his club would be closer to the promised land, not just because Ange Postecoglou would have had his top scorer available for those few weeks, but also because the forward might well have been in better condition in the time since. In England, the discourse around mid-season continental tournaments focuses on the inconvenience for clubs as players head to Asia or Africa. Less is said about the physical and mental effect on those involved. Mohamed Salah, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool must wish that the Egyptian had never reported for Africa Cup of Nations duty in January, given the injury sustained and the loss of form since. The Asian Cup in January and February was a particularly traumatic tournament for South Korea and the country's biggest players. The pressure was on a team that had not lifted the trophy for 64 years. The run to the last four was more of a stumble under Jurgen Klinsmann's chaotic zombie football, and then, when everyone thought the Taeguk Warriors would get past Jordan and into the final, they lost 2-0. If that wasn't bad enough, it soon came out in the Sun that the day before the game, Son had dislocated a finger in a training camp scuffle with the team's rising star, Lee Kang-in of Paris Saint-Germain. It became a huge issue in the frenzied land of the morning calm, with Lee coming in for severe criticism and eventually heading to London to apologise to Son. It was a story not confined to the sports sections. A little understanding should be given to those who leave for continental adventures mid-season. If they are big stars for big European clubs, they are usually the same and more for their countries, with all the demands and pressures that entails. Son played for Spurs on New Year's Eve, 7 times for Korea from 6 January to the 6th of February, then for his club again on the 10th of February. Klinsmann isn't the first Korea coach seemingly determined to wring as much football juice out of Son as possible, but with the first Asian Cup game against Bahrain won with more than 20 minutes remaining and a place in the second round secure with a group game to spare, Son staying on for every minute of all 6 tournament games in Qatar, including 2 extra times, seemed excessive. His 7th career appearance was a 45-minute run-out in a pre-Asian Cup friendly. It is not just the physical strain. Players such as Son and Salah are the go-to guys for entire nations, the main men on and off the pitch. South Korea may not be a football country in the way, say, England is, but the national team hold a more exalted position.